Okay.
I hit the button, and I need you to tell me if you can hear yourself, because that's well. I mean, obviously, tell me if you can hear me, but like, um, hey everyone, and by everyone I mean there's like 4 people here. Hey, we're doing some audio testing real quick to make sure that we don't have the same problem we had the last stream, which was forever ago. So Ben, can you hear me? Should be live now.
Hear you. Let me see if I can hear myself.
Okay. Did you?
Myself. Okay.
Oh, you did? Okay.
There is a little bit, like, kind of a delay
Well,
between.
yeah. That's just streaming on YouTube. Hello, Jelly McCool. I've seen you. You're here for like 20 minutes. You're awesome, friend. Yeah, I appreciate you coming out here, and I appreciate the other people who are here. I know one of you is Ben. Speaking of, Ben, say hi. This is your
Hello,
introduction now.
hello.
Ben has asked to be redacted from this stream. So this does not
Only
impact his
because.
career. I'm going to
Only
mercilessly make
because.
fun of you for this for the rest of your
What?
life. I'm going to make fun of you for that for the rest of your life.
You are. You are.
Yes.
You are.
Egos is here.
Um.
How you doing, Egos? Um. So before we get into things, I just wanted to say, yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I have not put anything on YouTube. I haven't streamed. I haven't made a video since November. Um, I don't know if anyone has cared about my whereabouts, but I've been fine. I've just been very busy with a new job. Also had no idea what to do. I am trying to make this recap of Doom Patrol season 3 a thing, but I'm very bad at writing it, and it's going very slowly, very poorly in my opinion. I still want to do it. It's just going to be very difficult, and we'll figure out how later. And I hope to make some good content this year. Uh, I don't know what. I'm I know I really want to make something on that new JoJo spinoff that came out recently. I just don't know what the fuck to do with it. Very little has happened is the problem. Though I mean the concept is amazing. Um, I intend to do like another stream with John where we talk about pop culture stuff and JoJo stuff specifically. Um, I don't know when. We haven't really discussed when we're going to do it, but I want to do it in like a couple of weeks from now. Um, I want to find out when the second batch of part 6 is happening, because I mean, goddamn, the Stone Ocean anime has been just mwah, mwah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's everything I ever wanted. Um, and I have plenty of thoughts to say on that. But for tonight, 2 days ago, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences released its list of nominees for this year's Academy Awards, the 94th Academy Awards, which apparently you don't need to be vaxxed to attend.
You don't really?
No, you don't, apparently. I
Oh
just found this
God.
out
I
today.
know why. I think it's because what's her name? There's like who played Shuri on Black Panther. She's probably technically a member of the Academy now,
Oh,
and
God.
like they'd be like, crap, we
Didn't
can't
they fire
not let
her?
it.
Didn't Disney fire her like twice?
They
I
did. They
swear.
did.
Oh my god. Ugh. Well, anyway, the Academy is a dumpster fire, and that's all I really need to say. And I think I can prove that point a little bit further by going through
Not as
these
the dumpster
nominees.
fire as the Golden Globes, though.
Yes, but we don't talk about the Golden Globes. We just ignore them. um, yes, I know McCool. That is really fucking dumb. But yeah, so last year Ben, you and I, and Dan, who could not make it tonight, unfortunately, he had more pressing engagements. We talked about the nominees last year, and I think collectively between the three of us, we had watched maybe 5 of the films nominated. I think we've watched a few more of them this year. At least I have.
Yeah, but
So, yeah.
once again, last year, I have only seen 5.
I've watched 6 out of the 10 best picture nominees, and you've watched 2 of the 4 that I haven't. So that covers almost all of them. So I think we're gonna do pretty good this year. I have some hot takes. I don't know if you've noticed the thumbnail. I have some things to say. I don't really care what people think about my opinions. They're my opinions. If you don't agree, that's fine. You don't have to agree. I'm not forcing anyone to agree with me.
I mean, look at me. I have relatively normie opinions compared to John.
Compared to me, yeah. He really
generally, I like what other people like, and generally, I dislike what other people dislike.
Yeah. Man, we're losing viewers. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So we're just gonna go through it category by category. We're just gonna talk. We're gonna go through it, but I want to point out something that I'm just gonna get this out of the way. First of all, there are 3 films that are not on this list at any point that I think needed to be in almost every category. That is The Green Knight, 9 Days, and Pig. They are not nominated for any awards, and I highly disagree with that decision.
I too am legitimately shocked that not even makeup. I am a little bit flabbergasted that Green Knight didn't at least get nominated for some of the technical awards, because it is a gorgeous looking film.
For cinematography, for sound design, for the script, for visual effects, for costuming and makeup, absolutely. Best picture, best director, in my opinion. Nicolas Cage should be up for best actor, as should Winston Duke for 9 Days. I know basically no one saw 9 Days, but holy shit, that movie is amazing. It was absolutely beautiful. And I don't use this word often, but that story was poignant. I think that word gets overused, and I'm going to use it correctly. But yeah, there's 2 films that have the most nominations between them, that I very much disagree with most of their placement on this list. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
All right, we're going to start. Sorry if you can see my mouse. Whoa, mouse speed. All right, I'm actually not gonna use the mouse. I'm gonna use the trackpad. We're gonna start with actor in a lead role, leading actor. We have Javier Bardem from Being the Ricardos. We have Benedict Cumberbatch from The Power of the Dog. Andrew Garfield off Tick Tick Boom. Will Smith off King Richard, and Denzel Washington off The Tragedy of Macbeth. Repping Macbeth right now.
In terms of, I'd like to make 2 choices: what I think the Academy is going to pick, and what I would pick.
Yes.
In my heart, I almost wanted to give it to Andrew Garfield out of pure pity, because the guy's trying. He's honestly he honestly is a really good actor.
Andrew Garfield put in so much work in films that came out this year. He honestly deserves it more than anyone else on this list. Just from the amount of insane work that he's done through this pandemic, and all of it's been good from what I've seen. But yeah, go on.
But in my brain, I would give it to Denzel. In terms of what I think the Academy would pick, that's a little bit more difficult. I would have to go with either Denzel or maybe even Will Smith. Even, I don't know, because Will Smith, this really does seem sort of the Oscar baity role.
But, I mean, it is the kind of Oscar baity role that Will Smith has been chasing for years. Like really, like if you really think about it, like
I
it feels
not
like regression in his career. Not that I've seen King Richard, so I really can't tell if that's 100% the case. But like, no,
neither of
actually,
us
no.
have.
I take that back immediately because from what I've seen, he's just having fun with that role, and he is not like trying to get to be like this is the award-winning role, but like it's the kind of story that's the kind of award-winning production. But like he's playing it really well. I need to see King Richard. That is, I kind of passed over it, thinking that it was just gonna be like another, just another biopic that comes out. But now I clearly fucked up. I clearly got to see it. McCool, not Andrew Garfield. Yes, he was in Amazing Spider-Man, but he is being nominated for Tick Tick Boom, film written and directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes, written. I don't know. Especially
I
because
think he was
it
involved in
is.
the writing. He did say that he was.
No, he did not write it. He did not write it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
written by. Oh wow! It's written by this. Speaking of films not deserving of definitely not deserving of awards, written by the guy who wrote the Dear Evan Hansen musical.
Oh no. Well,
I think in this case,
maybe he had better material to work with.
He definitely had better material to work with. I honestly think that's it because Dear Evan Hansen, I could also kind of tell was like trying to go the same way as like West Side Story of like being a little bit Oscar baity, and just fell on its face so hard.
I need to see that. It looked like an absolute train wreck, but I wasn't gonna pay to see it.
I was not going to pay money to see that either. But yeah, I like Tick Tick Boom. Honestly, I do. And meeting someone who really dislikes Rent as a musical for reasons that I would take up the rest of the stream, so I'm not going to go into it. I honestly like the musical, because I feel like even though it is kind of similar to Rent in terms of like musical style and in terms of like even in some ways the plot, I feel like because it's very autobiographical, I give it a little bit more leeway in terms of like, well, a good chunk of this actually happens from what I understand. Like Jonathan Larson is just the unluckiest bastard in the world because he's like day of premiere of his brand new, soon to be Tony and Pulitzer winning prize musical, his aorta tears open and he dies.
Oh, that's wow. God.
Undiagnosed Marfan syndrome, and apparently, like doctors actually said that like he had been complaining of chest pains for a couple of days. If doctors had taken like his chest pain complaint seriously, he probably would still be alive today. Because it was something that could have been fixed with surgery, which is especially tragic. Because like day one of previews, like oh god, what's the guy's name?
I don't know.
What's the guy's name?
One
of the guys from the original production of Rent, Anthony Rapp. Like they actually show this archival footage in the film of Anthony Rapp right before the play is about to begin, saying, "We would just like to give a special memorial and thank you to Jonathan Larson, who sadly passed away before he could see this play come to life."
Wow.
I think also, I don't really want to go into like, and like honestly, if you do a side-by-side comparison, like Andrew Garfield would really put his all into trying to imitate like Jonathan Larson's like just like movements and like how he like sort of like talked and behaved, and like I honestly think he did a really good job.
So yeah, solid pick right there. It's okay, McCool, if you haven't seen any of these. A lot of people haven't seen any of these. That's the Academy for you. Jimmy Kimmel was just complaining that why isn't Spider-Man up for Best Picture? Because Jimmy Kimmel is an idiot.
Jimmy, I was almost gonna say Jimmy Fallon like was advertising NFTs. That's the other Jimmy.
Yeah.
That is the other Jimmy who was advertising his stupid monkey NFT on his show. We won't go there. We'll talk about it later.
Sure.
We're here for the Academy. We're here for the Academy.
We've kind of sidestep over these first two here. I want to talk about Javier Bardem for a second. I love Javier Bardem.
I do too.
He is a wonderful actor. I have only seen clips of Being the Ricardos, and he is he's pretty good. I think this nomination is good. Yeah, fuck NFTs. Fuck your non-functioning testicles. I mean, I'm literally wearing the shirt. I'm out here repping for Denzel for The Tragedy of Macbeth. Macbeth is my favorite Shakespeare play, and God damn, I was blown away by that by that movie.
Yeah,
Denzel does a great Macbeth. Sorry, Thomas. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And nice project, McCool. I approve. I'm rooting for Denzel Washington. I don't know if he has much of a shot for this. He is Denzel, and he is the miracle worker. I think, like I said, I definitely said that I think Andrew Garfield probably deserves the win for the amount of work he put in this year alone. But what I think is going to happen is I think the Academy is going to give this one to the Cucumber Patch. And I really can't agree with that pick. I don't have a problem with him being on here for Power of the Dog, but if he wins, I will disagree with that immensely, because while that performance was good, it was very inconsistent, and the story doesn't really take that character anywhere, so it really doesn't mean much by the end. Like, you don't really... I didn't give a shit about this character by the end. Like, seriously, Benedict shows his Cumberpatch for like 0.2 seconds, and you gotta give him an award nomination. Fucking hell. No, I'm serious. You see Benedict's dick for like a bit. You see the dick flop. He's stacked. Anyway. Ben, have you gone? has me talking about Benedict's member really scared him off?
No, I just... Part of me is just holding my tongue because I haven't seen Power of the Dog and I haven't seen Being the Ricardo, so I can't, in good faith, really comment on them.
I mean, I'm very much tempted to spoil the entirety of Power of the Dog because I watched it last night. Like,
watch it with my... I'm probably gonna watch it with my mom like next weekend, so...
You'll forget by then.
I'll just watch it on my own. It's fine.
But I want to talk about how it doesn't... maybe when we get to the screenwriting, I won't be able to hold myself. So basically, I'm rooting for Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is my pick. Out of this list, Denzel Washington is my pick for Best Actor. If I'm being honest, Nicolas Cage has already won in my heart. Dave Patel is on that list. Winston Duke is on that list, but they're not. So I'm rooting for Denzel. I'll move on to actor in a supporting role. I think we spent enough time there. We have how do you pronounce that?
Kieran?
Is that just Kieran? Kieran Hines? For Belfast.
I think it's Kieran.
Troy Coaster for Coda. Jesse Plemons in Power of the Dog. J.K. Simmons in Being the Ricardos. And that's another name I don't know how to pronounce.
Cody
Cody
Smith
Schmidt
McPhee.
McPhee. Schmidt McPhee, also for Power of the Dog. Power of the Dog landing 2 fucking nominations in supporting actor. And honestly, Jesse Plemons can get the fuck out of here right now because he's not in that movie. Straight up, he is barely in that movie. I don't know what the fuck he's doing on this list. He is not in that movie nearly enough to warrant this. He has basically no impact at all.
I mean,
feet?
I'm almost tempted to like say like how long a character is on screen doesn't really matter to the Academy if they just sort of they're either
it's even less that he's not on screen that much. It's the fact that he has no impact on the story. He is the inciting incident, and then he just sort of keeps showing up and doesn't do anything. Like
again,
he's a background character, basically. What the fuck is he doing in Best Supporting Actor?
Honestly, a part of me wonders if like the Academy just wanted to be like cute and be like, "Ooh, we nominated a married couple," because Kirsten Dunst is also nominated for actress.
Yeah.
So like they wanted to be like cute about it and be like, "Ooh, maybe they both get to win Oscars." But that's like, again, I haven't seen the film. I can't really speak on what I speak on the quality of the films. I can speak, however.
I will say though, since we just want to get,
I
want to get Power of the Dog out of the way. Cody Smith McPhee, that's a good choice. I approve of him being on this, being nominated. He puts in a decent performance. Although his character is written very oddly, and it's not, again, just like Benedict Cumberbatch's character, very inconsistently, and I didn't really care about him by the end, but it is similarly a good performance, and I think making a good performance out of a bad script is kudos enough. It is impressive work. Sorry to just completely bulldoze you there, because I know who you're going to speak on now. Someone I can't speak on.
Okay, so let's just get one of them out of the way right now. Have not seen Belfast, so I can't really speak on the quality of Kieran Hines. Have not seen Being the Ricardos. I'll just say J.K. Simmons is amazing in general.
J.K. Simmons is J.K. Simmons. Like, come on.
J.K. Simmons is J.K. Simmons. Honestly, the person who I would give it to, and who I think the Academy is going to give it to, because if they don't, it's going to look cruel as hell, is Troy
remember
Kutzer.
Last year.
Right. Well, yes, but in this case, the thing about, okay, so do you know what Coda is about?
Yes, I know what Coda is about.
You do know that he's actually deaf IRL, right?
No, I don't know. I don't know who this actor is, so no, I don't.
Okay, yeah, basically he plays the main character's father in the film, and he, for those who don't know, the premise of the film is that basically CODA is short for Child of Deaf Adults, and basically it's about a girl who can hear having to live in I think it's like Massachusetts, like fishing village, where she is the only one in her family who can actually hear. And all of the actors put in really good performances. I think the only reason why Marlene Matlin didn't get nominated is because she's already won an Oscar for basically playing the same role, which is deaf woman. And which sucks, but I think the Academy is like, okay, Marlene, you've already won your Oscar. You can go away now.
That's fucked up, but that is the Academy.
But so I honestly think that they might do a similar thing here, where they'll give Troy Kutzer an Oscar and be like, okay, we gave an Oscar to the deaf guy. Leave us alone.
Go along. Give another one to Anthony Hopkins.
Oh God! Imagine if
Oh God! Out of this list, Anthony Hopkins somehow wins Best Supporting Actor. He's not even
that would
nominated.
be, and it will like cut to a pre-recorded message of him just in his like little cottage in Wales, being like, "I didn't even star in anything this year. What the hell?"
I didn't do a movie this year. What the fuck? Uh,
But yeah,
but speaking of the UK, I had to look up who Ciarán Hinds is. Famous Irish actor. In a lot of things. In Belfast particularly, he is the grandpa. He is Pops, and he does a wonderful job in Belfast. I think he is one of the shining performances in a movie full of great performances. And I think he is, of this list, based on what I've seen, I think he is my pick. Mainly because I haven't seen Coda, or Being the Ricardo, so I don't know if this is one of J.K. Simmons' top performances. Though, I mean, he is a pretty consistent performer just across the board. What was I going to say? Ciarán Hinds was also Steppenwolf in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I was gonna say that. I was just looking him up on Wikipedia. I know, right? I'm like, oh, that like white space of an entity in the film.
No, we're done. We're done with Zack Snyder's Justice League. We're not talking about that anymore. Never again.
And again,
I talked about that thing for 5 hours.
I'll just say, I don't blame him at all for whatever happened in that film. He had to work with Zack Snyder.
Well, he didn't. What was he gonna do? He was in a fucking mocap suit. That's all. There's nothing he could do about that. Anyway, so I'm putting in for Mr. Hines. You're putting in for Kosur. Am I correct in that?
Yes.
Okay. And maybe I'm gonna try to see Coda. I don't have Apple TV Plus. I think I might try to set up for like a free trial just to watch Coda and then get rid of it because they have nothing to offer. Probably.
If you want, I can share you my mother's password.
Dude, please, I just want to watch Coda. That's it. I don't want to watch anything else. I'll forget that I even had it and I'll just watch Coda.
But you can watch Macbeth as much as you want.
Oh, you bastard. I'm waiting until it comes out on DVD and I'm going to buy it. Moving on to actresses in a lead role. We have honestly a surprise to me because I thought no one had seen this movie. Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye. We have Olivia. I've not seen. What?
This is
Chastain.
The only thing I know about it is that it's actually based off of a documentary.
Oh, I mean, well, it's based on real life. Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers, Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardo, and Kristen Stewart for Spencer.
You had told me
I haven't seen fucking any of these.
I have not seen any of these either, which I don't know what that says about me.
From what I heard from one person on the internet, Parallel Mothers got completely fucking snubbed this year with only like 2 nominations. So make that what you will.
I feel like at this point, Pedro Almodovar is just used to it at this point. He always seems to be getting snubbed a lot, even though like everybody loves his films.
Oh,
like he's the guy who made Antonio Banderas, Penelope Cruz famous, and people are like, nah.
That's rough. Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos. She plays Lucy. That's as much as I know.
If you had told me 10, I'll just say, if you had told me 10 years ago that Kristen Stewart would be nominated for an Academy Award, I would have told you, ha, very funny.
Very funny guy, Kristen Stewart. She's not a real actress. She's an animatronic. Oh.
Again, I haven't
times
seen
they
the
have
film.
changed. She's up for an actress. Robert Pattinson is playing Batman. The world's all gone to hell. Hello, Eric. We're doing great. We're talking about the Academy Awards. I assuming a lot of our quite large amount of viewers right now are here because of that thumbnail. Don't worry, we'll get there. Don't worry.
We'll
We
get
got
there.
a few of these to go through before we start talking about that. Who do we pass over? We didn't talk about Olivia Colman. Olivia Colman's one of my favorite actresses. I have not seen The Lost Daughter. I hadn't even heard of The Lost Daughter until I read these, and I still don't know what that movie's about. Fuck it. Let's look it up. Let's look it up right now.
Okay, it's based off of a novel by Elena Ferrante, which is that
Daughter.
Apparently a big Italian author, pseudonymous.
It has 95 on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.7 on IMDb, 54 by Google users. College professor confronts her unsettling past after meeting a woman and her young daughter while on vacation in Italy. Her obsession with the woman and her daughter prompts memories of her early motherhood. This sounds awfully familiar to Power of the Dog.
I will say, I look at the cast. The woman who she's obsessed with is Dakota Johnson.
Oh shit, you're right.
So all I can now think of is that Olivia Colman, and I know this is not what it's about at all, but like in my headcanon, Olivia Colman is secretly a big 50 Shades. Olivia Colman's character is a big 50 Shades character, and she's just like, oh my god, Dakota, I love your work!
That'd make an interesting movie, at least. Yeah, that's...
Nothing against Dakota Johnson. I actually know she's
If people don't know the plot line of Power of the Dog, that's disturbingly similar. Like, almost beat for beat. What's with the Academy this year about weirdos getting obsessed with mothers and their children?
Well, anyway, the Dame, Penelope Cruz is Penelope Cruz. Nicole Kidman is Nicole Kidman. These are all like...
I really don't have any... I don't know who I'm rooting for. I guess just for the laughs, I want to say Academy Award winner Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, I honestly...
just for having grown up in that time.
Yeah.
With growing up with Twilight, like...
And again,
I respect her as an actress immensely, but like, it's still always going to be funny to me.
Yeah,
so I hope she wins.
Like I might legit watch it at some point just to see if it's good or not.
I kind of wanted to, and then I kind of missed the boat. I also need to see that musical. Got to see that musical.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh. The one that had all the Razzies.
Yeah.
The only thing that got more Razzies is Bruce Willis because
Bruce Willis get all the Razzies.
Because I'll text you this article later about why Bruce Willis has been in so many bad movies this year.
Well, he needs.
It's actually kind of fascinating story.
Right. Well, I'll read it then.
It involves a term that I did not know about until I read this article, but now I use constantly. You know those movies that like just seem like the most generic thing ever, except they had like some old celebrity on them, like basically the posters of every single film Bruce Willis has been in for the last year?
Yeah.
Geezer teasers. Because they tease at the fact that there's an older actor in it, and yet Bruce Willis is in it for like
30 seconds.
20% of the runtime.
Yeah, he's barely in them. I've seen a couple of them. Not the ones that came out this year, but a couple that came out last year.
Like they're made on a budget of like 2.
I guess 2020, not 2021. Yeah. No, it's all right if you haven't seen any of these movies. A lot of them are kind of niche. A lot of them didn't get played in all theaters. We'll get to Dune.
Dune.
I think maybe to alleviate a bit of the the tension that the thumbnail made. I don't actually hate Dune. I just disagree immensely with it being nominated for any Academy Award. Uh, especially when there are so many like really incredible films that came out this year that I think will really set the bar for this decade. That deserve to be nominated more than Dune ever did. But if you like Dune, like I have no problem with. I
like Dune. I like Dune. I like Dune a pretty good amount. Honestly, I'm shocked it's getting a Best Picture nomination.
Yeah.
I expected it to get like all of the technical awards, the sounds, the production designs, the cinematography.
I don't even agree with that, but like fine, whatever. It's like the big.
I expected that.
Like, I was like, whatever.
Best Picture?
We'll get there.
Best half a picture.
Best half a picture. Actress in a supporting role. Supporting actress. We have Jessie Buckley, also for The Lost Daughter. I think we thoroughly covered The Lost Daughter. Ariana DeBose. It's Spanish. I don't know. For West Side Story, Dame Judi Dench for Belfast, Kirsten Dunst for Power of the Dog, and do I even want to try? I don't want to butcher that. I don't want to butcher that.
Hold on.
God, I'm scared to butcher that because that's a beautiful name right there, and I don't know how to pronounce it, and I'm very sorry. But she's in King Richard.
Ingenue.
It's like French. I don't know. I'm not gonna dig this hole any deeper. But she's nominated for King Richard. Who did she play in King Richard? Because it's about.
She played the Williams sisters' mother.
Oh, she plays the mother. Oh, okay. Well, then I have zero frame of reference because she's barely in the trailers or any of the clips that I saw. So I don't know. Same thing with The Lost Daughters. But these middle three, I can talk about that because I have seen those movies. Let's start with hey Eric, you're getting ahead of us here. I know you can see Best Animated Feature Film down there, but you're getting ahead of yourself here. We're talking about Best Supporting Actress. Let's talk about Dame Judi Dench in Belfast. Of the supporting women in Belfast, I'm honestly not sure if I would put Judi Dench as the best. But
they put her in
because
that's
not saying that much because it's all great. And yeah, they probably did put Judi Dench in this because she's Dame Judi Dench. And
like you were complaining about Jesse Plemons. Like you were complaining about Jesse Plemons not being in that much of Power of the Dog. Have you seen what Judi Dench actually won an Oscar for?
No.
She played Queen Elizabeth, a woman who had like maybe.
Oh my God! Yes, in Shakespeare in Love.
Yes, which is an amazing performance. Did it deserve all those Oscars?
I forgot about that. I forgot about Shakespeare in Love entirely. That movie was garbage. Oh man.
The only reason why that film won anything was because of use a term I'm stealing from Lindsay Ellis. Harvey Weinstein's For Your Consideration, Wars of Attrition.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I gotta say about Dame Judi Dench in Belfast. Kirsten Dunst in Power of the Dog. She plays a great drunk.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I was concerned that she was actually drunk on set because of how convincing it was. I hope she didn't get hurt. That was some good acting, although her character, I mean, Power of the Dog, every character, it seems like the writers didn't know what the fuck to do with any of their characters because they just sort of, things just sort of happen and they don't tie in at the end, like at all. And it's just really awkward and clumsy. And the fact that there are there's 4 performances being nominated, but I'm ignoring one of them because it really doesn't deserve to be on here at all. The fact that 3 performances really shine out of that awkwardness is definitely impressive and a testament to the actors and to the director. Because fuck, that movie is messy. Now,
Not again, have not seen anything on this list, so I cannot.
so can we talk about West Side Story remake? Can I talk about it? Can I gush about it? Can I complain about it? Can I do all the things? Can I, Ben? Can I?
Only if you start with Ansel.
He sucks.
Start by talking about Ansel.
Ansel plays the role about as well as the original guy who plays Tony. I forgot his name. In the 1961 version.
I have not seen the film in a while, so
I watched it twice last year. So I know.
So I can't tell if that's a compliment or not.
Honestly, if we're talking about it as a remake, it is a very good remake. In that it doesn't do anything worse than the original.
But it doesn't have a reason to exist.
Very few things do better than the original. I can tell you all the things that do better than the original basically right now. Chino in the original West Side Story movie is a background character. He shows up and God, how am I forgetting his name? Leader of the Sharks. Please help me, Ben. Is
the actor or
no? It's a character.
God,
no. I'm
Bernardo.
losing my West Side Story cred. Bernardo, thank you. Bernardo basically points to his sister and says, "You date him." And then after Bernardo gets killed, spoilers, Chino just gets a gun and is like, "I'm gonna kill Tony." Whereas in the remake, he's like an actual character with hopes and dreams, and he really wants to actually. He sees Bernardo as like a brother, but Bernardo doesn't want him to follow in his footsteps. He wants him to keep going and become successful, and then date his sister. So when Chino decides to get revenge for Bernardo's death, it's like an actual like tragic twist for his character, and it's just so well handled by the remake. I love that. Chino is such a vast improvement in the remake that you can't go back in terms of that character. There is one song that is done better. One. And that's, Keep It Cool, Boy. Because in the original, it happens after the Rumble, and it's just sort of in this, like, garage where they keep turning on the car lights to make the lighting for the scene. And it's all about just, like, just fucking chill out. Don't cause a scene. Don't get caught by the cops. In the remake, it happens before the Rumble, and it's Tony singing. It starts with Tony singing to Riff, and trying to get his head level and keeping the gun out of Riff's hands. And then it evolves into Riff and the rest of the gang getting ahead of Tony and like flipping the table on him in terms of singing, and I think that's really well done. Other than that, have you seen West Side Story? You've seen the remake. I don't know what to tell you. It's great. If you haven't seen the original, go watch the remake. It's more easily available. If you've seen the original, just stick with the original, honestly. Like,
yeah, this is a film that,
and I think Ariana DeBose, I'm sorry. I think this is like really the sticking point here, because she, if I'm remembering correctly, she plays. I'm now looking it up to make sure I'm correct. Yep. She plays Anita, and when West Side Story won Best Picture in 1961, Rita Moreno won Best Supporting Actress for, you guessed it, Anita. I'm pretty sure they're just trying to do the same thing. And like,
on the other hand,
I'm not saying that her performance was bad, and I'm not saying that Anita isn't the best character, because Anita is the best character, except for Chino. Chino, best character in the remake. I don't know if it's better than Rita Moreno. I don't know about that. She did get coached personally by Rita Moreno. So there's that. You know what I mean? My vote's for Kirsten Dunst. That's what I'm basically saying. My vote's for Kirsten Dunst out of everyone here that I have seen. And yes, Eric, everything on this list is better than Dear Evan Hansen. And yes, thank God the Academy hasn't sunk to the level of nominating actual garbage.
I think if they did,
oh, they'd be
like
riots.
they'd have to answer for like what would they nominate it for? Like
Best
honestly,
picture.
like
Best Picture
like,
and nothing else.
That's the only thing they could do, because like
if
they nominate for best, like Christ forbid, best actor, they'd lose all of their credibility.
There'd be no credibility left. It'd be gone.
And the award goes to...
The presenter would literally be crying on stage. He'd be like, "No, why would you do that?"
It's and the award goes to Ben Platt's wig.
Oh my god!
I honestly feel bad for Ben Platt. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault that he was horribly miscast. He wanted to be in a musical. Leave him alone to kill him. He's not a kid, though.
He was in the musical. He was in the play. He was in the original stage version.
That's a fear-inducing what if.
He was in the stage version. The reason why he got away with the stage version is because nobody could see that he was like in his early 20s when he was playing the role. Because it was a theater.
Too far away. Everyone's too far away. All right, let's move on to animated feature film, where we have
I am very
three
ashamed to
Disney
admit
noms.
I have not seen any of these films.
All right, here we go. We have Encanto. We have Flea. We have Luca. We have the Mitchells versus the Machines, and we have Raya and the Last Dragon.
Raya and the Last Dragon, a film that happened.
Okay, can we end on Raya and the Last Dragon? Can we please end on Raya and the Last Dragon? I have shit to say.
I have not seen it.
I have.
I
would like to point out the with the alphabetized listing here, the two non-Disney movies are in between all the Disney movies. I find that very amusing.
That is fairly amusing, yes.
Yes. So let's start with the movie that like honestly should win Best Animated Feature Film, and that is Flea.
From what I understand, it honestly should.
Yeah.
It's not gonna because
that would make sense.
And also because the Academy, they've only made one good decision in their life, and that was to give Spider-Verse an Oscar.
Yes. Spider-Verse.
And keep in mind, that was the same year they gave Green Book Best Picture.
Well, they had to put all their brains into one category. Anyway, Flea. I have not seen all of Flea. I have seen parts of Flea. It is absolutely beautiful. It's a great story. The animation is so different than anything else that we see normally. It is the black sheep of this group, as in it is the only one that is not CG, and the only one that is a documentary and not a narrative film. And I think I can appreciate that. So I think Flea should win. If only to just draw more attention to Flea. The Mitchells versus the Machines, I think, is my number 2 pick. That movie is a lot of fun. I have not seen the whole thing. That's why I have not included it on a lot of my lists, and I have not put up a review of it. But I have seen most of it. And it is very entertaining. The animation is very energetic. The quality of the writing is really good. The character designs are so wonderful. What was that?
Okay, let's get to the 3 Disney films.
The 3 Disney views. In order, I have only seen one of them, and I'm putting it in dead last. Luca is the best concept out of all these 3. I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
I'll say this about Luca. At least from what I understand, they should have just gone full gay. They should have just
agree. Like that's why I didn't see it, because I heard that they didn't go full gay, and I was like, that's just sad.
It's just like it's like you either are so oblivious that you didn't realize you accidentally wrote a coming out story, or you wrote it, but the Disney higher ups immediately shot you down because they only care about gay people when the gay people give them money.
Yeah, which they would have.
They would have
if they had been like, no, this is a gay movie. People would have been like, take my money. Like, I would have given them my money, but they didn't even put it in theaters. It got shoved onto Disney Plus. That's why no one fucking watched it. I don't know why Disney doesn't understand that most people don't have Disney Plus, and the people that do only come around for the fucking MCU and Star Wars shows. Like, that's it.
That's why.
The sooner they get their head around that, the faster they'll make money.
Actually, honestly, I feel like a lot of people more people talked about and saw Encanto once it was released on Disney Plus.
Now that I can actually agree to. You're right about that, and I am still one of those people who has not seen Encanto. Every time I say I'm going to, I see another bit of it, and I go, no, I don't want to see it, because. All right, you ready for my hot take?
Hot take number 1.
Lin-Manuel Miranda needs to take a break. Like, he needs to, like, relax for a little bit and, like, actually get some new ideas. Because every song that I've heard from Encanto, I've heard it before. And I've heard it better. And it's so just, like, by the numbers. And I don't care. Like,
I'm honestly surprised.
I know you're trying, but I think you're working way too hard. I think you are a fucking genius. I think you just need a little bit of time off to, like, you know, birth something new. Because how many movies did he work on that came out this year? Like 3?
2 at least.
No, I know 3 at least. He made that animated musical about the Kinkajou. He's in it, and I think he wrote
right.
Mm-hmm. That Netflix exclusive that no one saw.
No one saw.
Yeah.
No one saw that. Like it had Lin-Manuel Miranda all over it, and no one saw it.
No one fucking saw it. Yeah, I'll get around to watching Encanto. Maybe, maybe eventually. Can I talk about Raya and the Last Dragon now? Can I talk about why that's such a garbage movie and I love it? Please?
Oh, wait, it's a garbage movie and you love it. I thought it was just a garbage movie.
Raya and the Last Dragon is the most wasted potential Disney has ever fucking had. Yes, Jelly McCoo, Vivo. That's the name of that movie that we were just talking about. Thank you. I forgot its name. Raya and the Last Dragon has such a great setup for its world. The problem is it's too complicated for children. And the film desperately wants to be a kid's movie. So it spends almost half the movie explaining this world and its rules and its people and its culture and its history. And then the other half it tries to shove in 3 different stories into one. And nothing works.
I am tempting the gods here because it is this exact same comparison that eventually drove Lindsay Ellis off of the internet permanently.
Yes.
It wants to be Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes. It wants to be Avatar:
It should have been a TV series.
It should have been it should have been a TV series. It should have been made for teenagers, and it should have been darker. I'm not saying it had to be blood and gore and sex. I mean, for teenagers, 13 and up.
Or at least, like, put it on the same level.
Swearing. I don't need swearing and blood and gore to make it good. It just needed to be mature.
Because I feel like if you're going to make something that complex and you're still going to make it for a younger audience, you need to make it a TV series, or else it's just going to be too much.
It doesn't have the time to do everything it wants, so it just speeds through all of it and thinks that counts. Raya is an interesting character. Her rival, Amari, is a very interesting character. They're not fleshed out enough. I do have a little bit of official merch. I have a Lego set. She sucks. The fucking titular Last Dragon? Jesus Christ. Awkwafina puts on her black scent. And that's it. That's the joke.
How much... The only reason why we're still, like, why Awkwafina
won an award from the NAACP for that movie.
Raya did?
Yeah. Specifically Awkwafina. I'm not joking. Like, that's real. People are fucking mad about that. I'm fucking mad about that.
Wait.
And yes, Eric, I completely agree with you. The film's message of trust everybody, but then I think the best part about that moral of that everyone just needs to trust each other is that the film goes out of its way to prove that that's wrong. Every time someone trusts someone during the movie, with the exception of the climax, something goes wrong and someone either almost dies or everyone gets hurt. It keeps proving its own moral wrong. And I don't understand how you write that. I don't understand how you can write a movie with a moral and then constantly contradict your own moral. Like, what is the point? What was the point of fucking writing that? If that's how... I don't... It's so bad. And I'm obsessed with it. The character design, the locations, the creature design, the world, the mythos, it's all there. It's all interesting. And they dropped the ball so fucking hard. I'm wondering if perhaps there will be like an animated series, like how Tangled got an animated series. Tangled animated series is great. I'm hoping Raya gets an animated series, and I hope it is better than the movie. Because I want more of this world. I want more of these characters, honestly. The kid who runs the the kid who runs the boat that they all live on, he has a restaurant on the boat, who lost his whole family. That kid's great. The old warrior from Spine who agrees to grow with the characters because he believes in their chances of winning. He's great. Ninja Baby, terrible. Throw it in the garbage. But the rest of them, something there. Amari could have been like fucking Zuko in a very complicated character who has a redemption arc. She could have been just as good. But no. They had to rush everything. Animation is pretty good too. So there's a lot I love, and there's so much dumb that drags it down. And I just want an animated show with this world and these characters done in a more mature fashion. And again, not a TV MA rated fashion, not a Raya says fuck, not a the dragon has a boner. Like, no, I mean like a mature fashion, like how Avatar the Last Airbender was mature. Because it's the series it's ripping off anyway. I got no problem with someone ripping something off if they do it well. Steal from the best and do it good. That's the motto. Not steal from the best and don't even try after that. Anyway, ranting about the Ride and the Last Dragon's over. Please, anyone, if you'd like to hear me say more about Ride and the Last Dragon, I would love to go on and on and on about what works, what doesn't work, how it could have been fixed. I would love to talk for just a whole thing about Raya. I was thinking about doing it last year, and I just didn't have the time. Anyway, do you have something to say, or can we move on to cinematography?
Let's move on to cinematography.
Dune, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, Tragedy, Macbeth, and West Side Story. Well, first and foremost, Dune and West Side Story, get the fuck out of here.
I like the shot. I will be honest. It would have looked better if I was shocked that Denis Villeneuve did not bring back Roger Deakins to do the cinematography for this.
Yeah, that is a little surprising.
Because everything Roger Deakins touches is golden.
It's gold. It's amazing. Here's why Dune fails in the cinematography. Oh hey, Eric is now waiting for a video about Raya. I might do it now. I got someone who said they'd want to watch it. Here's why Dune, in my opinion, fails in the cinematography. Part of cinematography, and I know most people don't appreciate this, but I'm shocked the Academy isn't appreciating this. Part of cinematography is lighting, and Dune is so shittily lit. Like, you can see things, but shit looks flat. Shit looks fake. It just looks so boring. That's not good cinematography. It's gotta pop. It's gotta look good. Nothing about Dune pops. And I'm giving a warning to Power of the Dog here because its color palette is just atrocious. It's just brown. West Side Story has a great color palette, and I appreciate that, but it's just average camera work. Nothing about it really stood out. Nightmare Alley and the Tragedy of Macbeth, they deserve to be here wholeheartedly 100%. Those movies are shot amazingly. The lighting is perfect. The angles are so well done and so meticulous. You can tell that every single shot was methodically planned out, and I love how those movies look. So I mean, if I had to pick, Tragedy of Macbeth is my pick because holy fuck, that along with the production design and the lighting, that's incredible work. But Nightmare Alley is a close second. I will give it that.
I need to see Nightmare Alley. I really do need to see it.
Oh, you gotta see Nightmare Alley. Nightmare Alley is so good. It's a weird movie, but it is clever and it is dark.
It's a remake, apparently.
Yes, I know. I was shocked
but
too.
Yeah, I'm also throwing my weight behind Tragedy of Macbeth because that film was just jaw-dropping, and if it doesn't
win, no, I'm sorry, but no. That's not acceptable.
Then this will be the last year we do these, because afterwards the Academy is
I have no respect after that. Oh shit, I forgot to talk about Bonji Bear. Bonji Bear didn't get nominated for Academy Award for Best Animated Picture. What the fuck, Academy?
Did the Academy even know that Bonji Bear existed?
No, definitely not. Bonji Bear and the Kingdom Rhythm, that movie I talked about back in 2020. You can watch
that
it
you have
now
become
on
slowly
YouTube,
obsessed with.
on YouTube. Slowly, I've been obsessed with it since I first saw it in 2019. You can watch it now on YouTube and Apple TV and
you might very
Amazon
well
Plus
be this
and
film's
Amazon
only
Prime.
fan.
I am this movie's only fan. I am proud of that fact. Bonji Bear is my lord and savior. All hail Bonji Bear. Y'all, everyone, this is your homework. Go out and see Bonji Bear. You can pay $2 to see it on YouTube. $3, I think, actually. Anyway. Bye.
Anyway.
Yeah, go to work tomorrow. Have a good time, Eric. Watch the playback for the rest of the stream. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Thanks for stopping by. Costume design. Guys.
We're missing the Green Knight, obviously.
Guys. Academy nominated Cruella. We are missing the Green Knight as much as it deserves to be on this list, 100% wholeheartedly. But Academy nominated Cruella. What if it wins, Ben? What if it wins? What if it becomes 2021's Suicide Squad? Speaking of which, the Suicide Squad not nominated for anything. What the fuck?
Yeah, that is also
That's bullshit. Not even for visual effects. What the fuck? Anyway, Cruella's nominated for Best Costume Design. Cyrano, which that movie comes out this year. Let's be honest. That movie comes out this year. It didn't come out last year.
Still looks pretty decent though.
Oh, I'm very excited for Cyrano. I really can't wait to see it. I mean, Peter Dinklage is a great face actor.
The greatest.
Dune, Nightmare Alley, and West Side Story. Dune's costume designs.
I like Dune's costume designs.
Like, I like the David Lynch version more in terms of costume design.
You like the Speedo.
Yeah.
The Sting Speedo over Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, what the heck am I talking about? For all I know, Denis Villeneuve will put the Sting Speedo in the next film.
Oh yeah, he's only made half a movie.
And that's sort of like the only like part of it that like I understand why he made it half a movie, because if the David Lynch Dune had one flaw, it's that it was like the pacing was all over the place, not helped by the 1,000,001 cuts it has.
Yeah.
Like the pacing is all over the place because like it has to cram a very dense book into like I think like they're like
I'm not mad that Dune is going to be a 2-part movie. I'm mad that they weren't up front with it. It's one of those things where like look at Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. We knew it was Part 1 going in. Fucking Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2. We knew that going in. Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. We know it's going to be a 2-part movie coming out in the fall. Dune was just like, it's Dune, come see Dune, and people were like, dude, and then it was only half of Dune, and at the end it was like, oh yeah, it's Dune Part 1, and for some reason the Dune fans were like, yay, and I'm sitting here like, you got ripped off. They literally took your money and ran.
Dune fans were so traumatized by Sting and the Speedo that at this point, even if it's not like an amazing film, at the very least, it's a more faithful film.
They'll take it. Anyway, who amongst us is my pick for costume design? Cruella, just for the meme.
As a joke, yeah. Just as
in serious though, Cyrano is a good contender. I'm really between Nightmare Alley and West Side Story. I think the costume design in West Side Story is top notch. It looks real good, top to bottom.
If
Nightmare Alley is a period piece, and I think they did a very good job. Although West Side Story is also a period piece.
if
Weird.
if Cruella if okay. Oh wow, something I
We have
just
4 period pieces on here. I just realized.
actually something I just googled who the costume designer for Cruella was. She was also the costume designer for Fury Road.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, Jenny Beavan. She's been working. She actually she actually won for Fury Road.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, she's been nominated a lot, mostly for costume
Nice.
films.
Nice. Yeah. So I'm kind of honestly anything but Dune. We'll move on to directing then.
Hey, directing.
We have Kenneth Branagh for his film Belfast. We have Ryusuke Hamaguchi for Drive My Car. Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza. Jane Campion, you said?
Campion.
Is it Champion? Oh, all right.
Campion.
For Power of the Dog. And Steven Spielberg for West Side Story. I am torn. I really don't know where to lean. I still have not seen Licorice Pizza, and I don't know how to see Drive My Car.
Honestly, my answer is call me back when I see both Power of the Dog and Drive My Car. So after I see those two, then I'll probably have a better answer.
I guess right now I'm leaning towards Kenneth Branagh for Belfast. That is a very well directed movie. It is it's very interesting the way he tells that story.
Especially
and of all the people here, it feels, at least that I've seen, it feels the most personal coming from him.
Oh, definitely,
like he's really
yeah.
telling a story that he wants to tell.
Like Kenneth, like the really cynical part of me is that like Kenneth Branagh saw Alfonso Cuarón and Roma and was like, I can do that too.
Yeah. But he did it, and he did a good job. So.
And he did it, and it was a good job.
He did do it. We lost all our viewers. Hey, nice. Only on this channel will we brag when we have no more viewers. But yeah, I guess for now I'm leaning towards Kenneth Branagh for Belfast. Documentary feature. We have Ascension, Attica, Flee, Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised, and Writing with Fire. We talked about Flee earlier, and I think everything I said about Flee for Best Animated Picture applies wholeheartedly for it's to win Best Documentary.
Have not seen any of these, so
the only other one here that I have seen is Summer of Soul, and I absolutely loved Summer of Soul. I thought that was a fascinating story and one that has really stuck with me. I think the one part that like really changed my perspective on shit was during the Harlem Cultural Festival of 1969. The moon launch happened. The moon landing happened during that period. And people on the street of Harlem and Brooklyn were just asked, hey, what about the moon landing? And, you know, they got a lot of people, you know, a lot of white people going like, yeah, man, the moon landing, it's such a big deal. And they talked to a bunch of black people and they're just like, who gives a shit? And that was like kind of eye-opening for me. It's like, huh. Yeah, people in that time probably like wouldn't care about the moon landing, because like, what does it matter that we put a man on the moon if there's such racial divide in America, on the land, on the earth? Like, you know, there's more important things than landing on the moon. And I think that's a really powerful bit that they included in this movie, and I really appreciate that. Plus, it has some amazing music, because some of the best performers to have ever existed performed at that festival. So I love Summer of Soul, and I'm glad it's been given a chance. I don't know anything about Ascension, Attica, or Writing with Fire.
Ascension is apparently about China.
China, huh?
Attica is about Attica prison rights. Riding with Fire is Indian.
Just Indian?
It's about directed by filmmakers about journalists running the Dali woman-led newspaper Khabar Laharia as they shift from 14 years of print to digital journalism using smartphones.
Interesting. Well, I have no idea who's gonna win. I'm a little surprised Final Account didn't get nominated. I love Final Account. That was a great movie. That was really difficult to watch sometimes. That's such a fascinating subject, though. I don't mean to be mean to documentary short subject, but have you seen any of these?
But 2 of them are apparently on Netflix, so I might see them after we're done here.
Hey, tell me how that goes. Let's move on to film editing. Film editing, that's something I know. We have Don't Look Up, Dune, King Richard, Power of the Dog, and Tick Tick Boom. I've seen 3 of these.
I've only seen Tick Tick Boom, so I can't really compare it to. Well, I've seen Dune. I've seen Dune and Tick Tick Boom. I'd honestly have to pay like a lot more closer attention to the film in order for me to really pick up on like which one should get the award.
I'll tell you which one of these should not be winning for best editing.
Dune?
No, Don't Look Up.
I thought you liked that film.
I love Don't Look Up. I think Don't Look Up is amazing. I think a lot of people didn't give it enough credit for what it is. Maybe because it is a little on the nose and it scared people. But the editing is the worst part of that movie. There's a lot of edits that are just really questionable. And I believe this is the same editor for Vice that Adam McKay worked with on Vice. And Vice is a great edited movie. The editing on Vice is so good. But I think it's a little too jumpy. There's a lot of just odd choices of when to cut and what to cut to. And so I kind of disagree with that. Power of the Dog also has some questionable editing choices. There's a lot of like cuts to the same shot, but slightly different just to pad it out. Like it cuts to a shot of horses 4 times in a row, like as a transition, even though horses had nothing to do with either scene that it bookends. So like, why were there 4 shots of horses in a row? And why were they like not good shots of horses? You know what I mean?
Going by my previous statement of like what I think the Academy is going to pick and what I would pick, I think the Academy is going to go with Power of the Dog or Dune just because those seem like the obvious choices.
I guess.
Other than that, I honestly can't say for certain.
Well, when I see King Richard next week, maybe I'll make an amendment to this. I'll just post like in the comments or something like, hey, maybe King Richard has way better editing than all these. Although the Academy did nominate and then award the award for
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah.
Honestly, a part of me wonders if they just awarded it because it was like they gave the award to him not because he did a good job, but because he was able to salvage the film. Because apparently the film was like,
I guess that's fair.
Because like it was literally just like he was handed nothing and was told work with this. Bryan Singer is gonna flee to the negative zone. Bryan Singer is going to nowhere. We can't talk about him anymore. You have to work on this on your own. Good luck. Like honestly, I do not envy that man because he was faced with an impossible challenge of trying to edit that film.
Yeah, you got a good point. So yeah, I have no fucking clue.
I have no clue either.
International feature film. We don't use foreign film anymore. We have Drive My Car, which is up for Best Picture. Flee, which is up for both Best Animated and Documentary. The Hand of God. Lunana, A Yak in the Classroom, and The Worst Person in the World. I have not actually seen any of these movies. I mean, I've talked
I
a
have
lot
not seen
about
any of
Flee.
these films. I am shocked that Bhutan made a film.
Oh yeah, look at that. Bhutan's on here. Look at that. Wowie wow wow.
I don't
Good
even know
job,
if they have. Did he? This is gonna show my whiteness. Did he even have cinemas in Bhutan?
That's racist, sir. Of course they have cinemas in Bhutan. It's not that poor, I think. They have cinemas in Uganda. They have cinemas in Bhutan.
I guess. Well, although Uganda,
Uganda makes the best films.
They do make the best films. They do make the best films.
Amazing. I love that shit. That's awesome.
Won't be getting nominated by the Academy anytime soon.
I think that's gonna change one of these days when I'm in charge of the Academy. There'll be no more Dune shit. Only Ugandan films.
Belatedly send, like years after the fact, send a re-edited version of Who Killed Captain Alex to the Academy. I want to see the reaction.
It'd be awesome. Look. Basically, what this comes down to is Drive My Car is up for Best Picture. Drive My Car is gonna win Best International Picture, and
it's gonna be Drive My Car. I don't
care if Parasite broke the mold and won both. That's never gonna happen again. The Academy sucks.
Like the Academy, like. I still don't know what compelled the Academy to like break the mold and give Parasite Best Picture.
Because Parasite was a perfect movie. They looked at it and said, "Well, we can't, in good conscience, not say this is the best movie of 2019. That would be just wrong. It would be objectively incorrect to say that.
It would be objectively incorrect to say this. It would objectively be incorrect, however, to say, for example, that Green Book was the best picture of 2018.
Because they thought they were being, like, coy and, like, progressive or whatever the fuck, and they didn't realize that no one actually liked it.
Nobody liked Green Book.
The people who were supposed to like it didn't like it. I actually, honestly, when I saw it and I didn't know most of the things behind it and most of the people's reactions, I did like it. And then I found out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you,
oh no,
like if you just take the film purely at face value, it seems pretty like this is pretty happy-go-lucky. And then you learn like the slightest bit about the character Mahershala Ali plays, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, they fucked up. They fucked that whole thing up. It's tragic.
Honestly, I wonder if like they just gave it the Academy Award because the Academy wants to laugh at themselves by being Academy Award winner Farley brother.
That could have been it. But yeah, basically what I think I'm saying is I'm pretty sure Drive My Car is gonna win. If Flee wins, I would be surprised.
Apparently, Worst Person in the World is also nominated Best Original Screenplay too.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean much. I mean, good on them, but like that doesn't mean much. In terms of winning Best International. Anyway, hair and makeup. HMU. Have I lost you? Because
nope, I'm still here. Still here.
Because this one,
I've not seen Coming to America.
Coming to America, the sequel to Coming to America, is nominated for Best Hair and Makeup. Cruella in its second Oscar nomination. Yeah, boy.
How
Dune.
many nominations did Suicide Squad have?
I think just one. And it was for this.
Oh one. God, this film has more nominations than To be fair, say what you will about Cruella.
It's better than Suicide Squad.
It's definitely better than Suicide Squad.
It's a lot
That's
funnier,
not
too.
a high bar, but it does pass it.
We also have Dune, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and House of Gucci.
House of Gucci was
an interesting movie.
not in a good way, though.
Not in a great way. Let me put
From
it
what I
this way.
understand,
When Jared Leto isn't on screen, it's a halfway decent movie.
yeah, that's what I understand. Like, people are like, yeah, Lady Gaga, she's a pretty decent actress.
Yeah,
and then
she does a
Jared
good
Leto
job. She
comes
plays a
on from
scumbag.
what?
She does a great job playing a scumbag, a horrible human being. I loved it. That was great. Adam Driver does a pretty good job playing a wimp. Al Pacino's in the movie, playing himself.
And then
basically.
Jared Leto comes in from I
Mamma
can't
mia,
even say
Italy land. Hey, it's pizzas, babe. Pizza pie. It's me, Jared Leto. Hey, I should be in the Mario movie.
Honestly, I asked my mom if she wanted to see it, and she's just like, no, I can't take Lady Gaga's accent seriously.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fucking Jared Leto makes Lady Gaga's accent sound legit.
Yeah. I honestly don't understand what is it with films that are in English where they have to put on an accent, or else we won't know that.
Because you think it's not authentic enough. Spaghetti paisano, pizza pie.
Freaking Amadeus didn't have German accents.
No, it didn't. And Amadeus is a great movie. Just saying.
I did not hear. You are completely silent.
What? I mean, okay.
Nope.
Hello?
Or tiny bit of something.
Hello? Am I getting audio?
Tiny bit more.
I mean, I'm getting audio.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, that was weird.
What did you say?
Nothing important. What I'm basically trying to say is House Gucci's hair and makeup was not good. Lady Gaga's hair was ridiculous. And then there's Jared Leto's wig.
Jared Leto's
just awful.
Jared Leto. Why did people hire him?
Does Jared Leto... Honest question. Does Jared Leto know how to act? Does he understand the art of acting? I don't think he does. I mean, he just understands. Walks on set and says whatever he thinks he's supposed to say.
No, because he...
And I don't think anyone corrects him.
Because he did do one good performance. And that was when he was killed by Christian Bale in American Psycho.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Dallas Buyers Club, the thing that got him his Oscar.
No,
Oh.
I haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club in years. I cannot comment on quality of that, although I will say that the fact that it probably has not aged greatly.
You think that when Jared Leto gets put on a movie and a director tries to be like, hey, Jared, can we do that scene again, but just, like a little bit different? He goes, I am an Oscar-winning actor. I tell you how to act.
Well, at least he isn't sending dead mice in the mail anymore.
That you know of.
That we know of, yes. He could still be doing that.
So anyway, basically what we're trying to say is get this House of Gucci shit off my screen. Coming to
Thank
America,
God it only got nominated for, like, the one.
Yeah, the one. I don't know anything about Coming to America. So, pass. Dune hair and makeup was okay. It was alright. The contact lenses were digital, so, like, no. Cruella had great hair and makeup. I don't know what anyone's talking about. That hairdo, is beautiful. It's black and white. It's perfect. Nothing wrong with it. I'm giving this to The Eyes of Tammy Faye because, god damn, did they looked like those people. Like, they did a great job of replicating the look of those people.
Is that
What's up? Hello? You cut out.
I said, is Tammy Faye a good film?
I haven't seen all of it, so I from what I've seen, I think it's a good film. I need to finish it. I really wanted to watch it in the theater, but I didn't get a chance. It was not in theaters for very long. I don't think it made a lot of money. It's a very good story, though. I think it's a very important story. It's very timely, considering that, mega churches and on-air pastors are on the rise again. So my vote is for The Eyes of Tammy Faye for winning this particular award. We'll move on to original score.
Let's see.
We have Don't Look Up, Dune, Encanto, Parallel Mothers, and get the fuck out of here, Power of the Dog. You didn't have a score. I'm sorry, but no. I'm about to get as fired up about this award as I did about Joker 2 years ago. Power of the Dog's score is fucking terrible. It's a piano every now and again going ding, ding, ding. A banjo, which is diegetic sound, so that doesn't count. And a generic violin, a generic strings trio going, nye, nye. That's not a score. That does not count anymore. I could do that on fucking Garage Band. Get out of here with that shit.
Jeez.
Sorry. I don't remember Don't Look Up's score, honestly.
Dune is a Hans Zimmer score.
I like me some Hans Zimmer.
I do like.
I also don't remember it.
Probably because Hans Zimmer is like coasting at this point.
That's true. He is basically coasting at this point.
Like he's like, so I made the score to Inception. I made the score to friggin' Lion King. Do I have to do anything else?
He made Rango. Best score. Honestly, God, I probably got to give it to Encanto just for being a musical. So it has to have a good score. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Right? Right?
Okay.
And Parallel Mothers is on here. I haven't seen Parallel Mothers, so I can't.
I've not seen Parallel Mothers either.
All right, original song, and this, I'm excited for one of these. We have "Be Alive" from King Richard, sung by one Beyonce and someone else. I don't know who that is.
Dixon and Beyonce Knowles Carter. We have We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Shockingly, not the popular one. But
yeah, not the popular.
I've never heard anyone talk about.
Yeah, it's the one nobody talks about. It's
Dos Oruguitas.
Las Oruguitas. Oruguitas.
Definitely dos.
Dos.
Two.
Dos. Thank you. We've got
Down to Joy from Belfast by Van Morrison. I don't remember.
Honestly, even though I hear about, I almost don't want to give it to Van Morrison just because he's like completely gone off the rails this past 2 years because of COVID.
We have No Time to Die by Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas O'Connell.
And also Somehow You Do from a movie called 4 Good Days, which I have never heard of ever, by Diane Warren.
I have never heard. Okay, what is that?
Literally, I'm just gonna put it right now. The fact that No Time to Die is nominated means that she's gonna play the song at the Oscars. That is the only reason I'm gonna watch the show.
Because
that's the only reason I'm gonna do it. Just for the chance that she might actually play it live.
Here's the other big shocking twist. John really, really likes the theme to No Time to Die.
No, the theme to No Time to Die is the best Bond theme ever fucking made. No, okay, it's not. I'm not gonna go that far, but it is really goddamn good, and I don't think enough people give it credit. It's thematic. It sets up the movie really good. It's a great recap of the opening scene. It's great lyrically. It's performed really well. It's a good song. I'm really into it. I know the song by heart. It's a really easy song to memorize and sing. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. Give it the Oscar, damn it.
Okay, Four Good Days. I just Googled it. It is a film that only has like a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh. Well, it's just for the song, so.
It's just for the song. Bland melodrama is what Rotten Tomatoes calls it.
Nice.
Keep in mind, this is apparently based off of a true story, and stars Mila Kunis as a drug addict.
I don't think you need to say any more.
And Glenn Close is her mother.
We're going to skip Best Picture for right now. We're going to come back to it and do it last.
We'll come back to that.
We're going to go to Production Design, which up for Production Design are Dune, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, Tragedy of Macbeth, and West Side Story. The answer is Tragedy of Macbeth. If you say otherwise,
the answer is Tragedy of Macbeth.
I'm sorry. You're wrong. I've seen all 5 of these movies. Tragedy of Macbeth is one of the best design-looking films of the last, 5 years. Never mind last year. It's brilliant looking. It's incredible to look at. And if it doesn't win, the Academy is fucking wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just... Dune is CG. Nightmare Alley is really good, but, it's really small scale. Power of the Dog is just... They shot it in fucking New Zealand, so of course it looks nice. And West Side Story is, it's okay. But it's nowhere near as good as the Tragedy of Macbeth. That they managed to not only make it look like it's a stage play, but also keep it cinematic. It looks incredible. Every shot is so meticulously well planned, and the set design is just so it just all comes together so fucking brilliantly, and I love it. And just staring at it for hours and hours and hours, I can't take my fucking eyes off of it. Black and white films, when shot correctly, Zack Snyder, look amazing.
You can't just put You can't
just put a generic iPhone filter over your movie and expect it to count as black and white. Idiot. Sorry, I'm getting a little heated. Tragedy of Macbeth wins production design, hands down, no contest.
Next.
Short film animated. I have not heard of any of this. It's called. You got a film called The Affairs of the Art, Bestia, Box Ballet, Robin, and The Windshield Wiper. If anyone would like to tell us how that films go or where to find them, that'd be appreciated. Same thing with the short film live action. We have, I'm just going to say it's English title, Take and Run, The Dress, The Long Goodbye, On My Mind, and Please Hold. All solid titles. I'll give them that.
Not seen any of these.
I haven't even heard of any of these. I don't know where to find them. I don't know. Short films, I think, are the hardest to find out of every category. I know they usually put together a compilation and play them in theaters during or right after the Oscars, but I'm always busy when those are playing, so I never get to see them. But yeah, I see you short filmmakers out there. Actually, I don't see you, but I appreciate you. Moving on to sound, and I'm still mad that both sound categories got molded into one, because let's be realistic here. What is the most important part of a film besides the fact that there is a camera, it's sound. Sound makes or breaks a movie, people. Why are we condensing it down to just one? Sound mixing and sound design are two different things. It bothers me. Anyway, the nominees for Best in Sound are Belfast, Dune, No Time to Die, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. I'm starting to say the same fucking names over and over again. It's starting to get a little boring. West Side Story. Yeah, that's my answer. West Side Story.
I've only seen Dune, so I can't answer honestly.
No Time to Die has very good sound design, and I very much appreciate it. Dune is okay. Belfast is pretty fucking good too. Power of the Dog is a very quiet movie, so the sound design is honestly quite good. I actually think the sound mixing is not particularly at 100% in Power of the Dog. I think that could have been something that could have been worked on. But yeah, I would say West Side Story is probably my pick for sound design. No Time to Die is definitely is number 2.
Okay.
Visual effects. Dune. Fucking Free Guy. No Time to Die. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Spider-Man No Way Home. Why the fuck is Shang-Chi here? Why in God's name is Crouching Tiger's shitty green screen continuously being put up for best visual effects when its visual effects are the worst part of the movie? Like, honestly.
I honestly feel like for visual effects, like, we are starting to reach a point where we have kind of peaked in terms of visual CGI visual effects.
Yeah. It's starting to get to the point where to get the highest quality, they have to pay more than they're willing to, which is why you get things like Shang-Chi. Spider-Man No Way Home is certainly deserving of its nomination here. I'm not going to say anything bad about Spider-Man No Way Home. No Time to Die being here is a little curious. As good of a movie as I think that is, and as very good looking as I think it is, I don't know. It's an odd choice. Free Guy is possibly the most interesting decision in this entire thing. Free Guy is nominated for an Academy Award. I did not see that coming. I really didn't.
Me neither.
Huh. And yet I'd still pick it over Dune.
I'd honestly, if by some fluke in the universe it does win, I want to see Ryan Reynolds' reaction. I would love to see Ryan
Reynolds' reaction to Free Guy winning. That'd be funny.
That would be funny.
I would love to see Taika's reaction. He'd probably be like, huh, what do you know? That's pretty weird.
Won again.
Look at that. 2 in a row. Oh, wait, no, it's not 2 in a row because Jojo Rabbit was 2 years ago. Yeah, I don't know. Basically anything but Dune or Shang-Chi here, I think I'd be pretty happy with. We only got 2 more categories to go before we talk about Best Picture. Writing, we had adapted writing, we got Coda, we got Drive My Car, Dune, The Lost Daughter, and Power of the Dog. And of the 2 here that I've seen, I wouldn't have even nominated them for best writing. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here.
Okay, so let me just go through this one by one. I like Coda. I honestly think it's a pretty good film. It's got a pretty generic story. Like, you can kind of see the beats coming from a fair distance where you're like, okay, I can see what direction this movie is going. I can see sort of like the progression of the plot that's going to happen. It's still a good film. It's just not the most original screenplay in the world. Drive My Car, haven't seen, can't comment. Dune.
It's half a movie. It's half a story. Actually, no. It's the first act of a story. That's it. That's Dune.
Yeah, Dune,
Act
honestly, like, even I'm like, you can't, you have to at least, no, you can't even do it for, I can't even be like, at least you saved all the nominations for, like, Lord of the Rings towards the end, because, like, I know you are the man with the interesting opinions on Lord of the Rings, but at least each film was kind of its own self-contained thing.
Yes. Each film was its own story. It led into the next one, but it's its own story.
Like, I know that, like, for Dune, that would be really hard to do, because there's, like, a massive, like, time skip, like, basically halfway through the film, which is probably why they cut it, like, where they did.
Yeah.
But still, Lost Daughter, can't comment. Power of the Dog, can't comment.
I can comment on Power of the Dog. That script is whack, yo. Get that shit out of here. Do better next time. Look, I don't want to make it seem like Power of the Dog is like the worst film ever. It's fine. But I disagree with it being Academy Award winning level or Academy nominated level. Because it's just not good enough. I think there were better films that came out in 2021 that have just been completely overlooked in favor of this mediocre, meandering product.
Like Green Knight.
Like The Green Knight, which tells a complete fucking story. You know what? You know what's crazy? The Green Knight and Power of the Dog, they both have ambiguous endings. However, with The Green Knight, you basically know what's going to happen. That's why it doesn't need to tell you what happens. Because you know the ending of the story. It makes sense. If you're paying attention, the ending makes complete sense. Power of the Dog.
Although if you know the story, it actually is a little bit of a, did he do it? Because on the one hand, the film is leaning very heavily that Dev Patel dies. Spoilers for Green Knight. Dev Patel dies at the end of the film. But if you read the story, he very, very pointedly does not die.
I don't think it leans towards him dying. I think it leans towards... That's why I'm saying it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't die. He passed the test. Like, it felt obvious to me.
It would not feel obvious to other people. It certainly didn't feel obvious to my mother when she saw it.
Some people are dumb.
You calling my mother dumb?
Not to her face. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. As I was trying to say, as opposed to Power of the Dog, which also has an ambiguous ending, but it's not an ending. The film just stops. And nothing gets concluded. Like, okay. Here's, you want my one word summary of Power of the Dog? Irreverent. It's on the same level of this movie has no fucking plot as The Big Lebowski or The French Dispatch. But those movies having no plot is fine because they're entertaining. It's just a ride. You just go on it and experience a crazy situation with these characters. Power of the Dog is so fucking dry and boring and so just wallowing in its own misery that it's just not fun to watch. And the fact that it doesn't have a good story to go along with that just doesn't add up. So why the fuck is it being nominated for writing? Why the fuck is it being nominated for Best Picture? I don't know. I don't understand this decision. Money. That's probably why. Actually, no, I don't understand that. Where the fuck did Netflix get the money from? Netflix has no money. Legitimately. They're in debt.
I honestly feel like maybe
unless the BBC picked up the tab here. I doubt that.
Regardless of what you think of the film, there is at least one good thing that came out of it.
Seeing Benedict
from the original source material, at least. Material, at least. Apparently, the original source material was a big influence on, take a wild guess, Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, shocking. Brokeback Mountain is like an actual movie, though. That's like a real movie, not this shit. We have fun here.
Is the dog better than Crash, though?
I haven't seen Crash in a while. That is a good question, though. I guess I gotta rewatch Crash.
Because I know that, like, the critical...
All right, I'm gonna say this right now. If Power of the Dog wins Best Picture, I will rewatch Crash and tell you that, and tell you whether or not it's better. If it doesn't, I'm not rewatching Crash because there's no reason to.
Because I know that a lot of people do not like Crash.
Oh, I'm well aware, and I don't remember what my opinion was because I watched it in middle school. No, high school. And that was long enough ago that I don't remember.
And again, it's kind of like Green Book, where everybody expected one film to win. Like, everybody thought this will be the year that Roma wins Best Picture. and they gave it a great...
giving the award to something that wasn't made in America? What is this, 2020? I love Parasite. I love it so much. Fuck Joker.
Then again, somebody might play the actually card and be like, actually, it's a Kiwi film.
You're a Kiwi film. That's not in the Academy's eyes. If they speak English, it's not international.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about original screenplay. We got Belfast, Don't Look Up, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, and The Worst Person in the World. Unlike adapted screenplay, I think this is a pretty solid list. Apparently, hold on.
Again, I've only seen Licorice Pizza, which I honestly, I'm torn.
I will give the award for screenplay to Adam McKay for Don't Look Up.
Yeah, I expected that.
That script is clever. That script is biting. That script is uncomfortably close to home. It's very good, and it's super well done movie. And I think a lot of people need to like reevaluate themselves if they don't like it, because it's like it probably made fun of them. That's probably why they didn't like it. Yeah. By the way, I just want to put it on record. Just doing a little research on Don't Look Up. It's not an allegory for COVID. It's an allegory for global warming or climate change.
Oh, by the way,
yes.
Guess what two films are near the top of Bong Joon-ho's favorite films of 2021 list?
He's released his favorite films of 2021? Oh god. If The Green Knight's on there, I would be very happy.
Green Knight's not on there. Don't Look Up is.
Nice. What's the other one you were saying? You were just
Flea.
Hey yo, called it.
Flea and here's the real wild card. I was I literally had to do a double take for this. Mitchell versus the Machines.
No, that makes sense. He's into that kind of quirky shit.
Yeah, he would. Let's be honest.
All right, guys. We've been going for almost 2 hours. It's time to talk about the 10 nominees for Best Picture. They are in alphabetical order: Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. I have, at the time we are streaming this, I have seen 6 of these 10 movies. And I can safely say that of the 6 I've seen, I'd toss out 3 of them for 3 different movies. I would, in a heartbeat, toss out Dune, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story in favor of The Green Knight, 9 Days, and Pig. In a heartbeat. I do not think that Dune should be nominated for Best Picture. I do not think Power of the Dog should be nominated for Best Picture. I am iffy on the West Side Story remake getting nominated for Best Picture. Very iffy on that. The Green Knight and 9 Days are number 1 and 2 best films of 2021. Dropping that right there. Pig is in my top 10. Probably even my top 5, realistically speaking. Those 3 movies deserve to be on here. The fact that they're not...
Honestly, Tragedy Macbeth deserves to be on there.
Tragedy Macbeth, I could easily see that on there too.
I'm shocked that didn't get nominated for Best Picture.
I mean...
I'm shocked that...
Yeah.
No, what I'm more shocked about is that Frances McDormand didn't get nominated.
That's also a tragedy. What the fuck is with that? Frances McDormand's Lady Macbeth is just...
That was brilliant.
It's magnifique. So let's do this in order. Belfast. I have seen Belfast.
I have not seen Belfast.
I think it is a charming, really well written, really well acted, just really straight from the heart of Kenneth Branagh story that didn't move me as much as I was hoping it would. I enjoyed watching it immensely, but it left me feeling like it's just something indescribable was missing. I don't know what it was, but it being nominated for Best Picture, 100% agree. Have no problems with that. I think the film is gorgeous to look at. I think the acting is top notch. I think the music is great. I think the story is important, and I think the decision to go in black and white and to shoot it perfectly well in black and white was a bold one and a good one. So I approve of Belfast being here. You're up. Benny boy.
If I had to pick honest answer...
No, we're just going in order.
Okay. Belfast I've not seen.
You've seen Coda, and I haven't.
Belfast I've not seen. Coda...
Yeah, that's why I passed it on. Jesus Christ.
Coda is... trying to decide what to say about it in terms of its relationship to Best Picture. Coda is a little bit of an Oscar baity film. Like, its plot is... If that is a criticism I can see of it, where like the plot is a little bit of like I've seen this before sort of stuff.
Aye.
But it does what it does well. The acting is very, very extremely good. It's just sort of a feel-goody movie, you know. Like, does it deserve Best Picture though? I can't really say in good confidence that it does.
All right. Don't Look Up. When I released. When I put out on Facebook my top 10 films of 2021, Don't Look Up made number 3, under The Green Knight and 9 Days. Just going to keep reiterating that. But I think Don't Look Up is not only one of possibly the definitive satire of this decade or the previous decade, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think it is just such
You
a
are.
great. What's up? What's up?
You cut
Hello?
off there for a second. Sorry.
Oh well, I mean, they're still getting me. Um, I think it is such a great time capsule of the last few years. Um, what I am worried about in terms of Don't Look Up is that I'm not sure it's gonna have the same sort of timelessness that, say, Doctor Strangelove has. I think should our culture move on from where it is right now, Don't Look Up is going to become dated. And I think that's sad, but I also think it'll probably hold up as well as it holds up right now for another like 10 years at least. I think it is that hard hitting and close to home as you get. And Adam McKay has proved himself to be amazing at political and social satire. And I hope he continues his long and his career in the future with that. If Don't Look Up wins Best Picture, I will be satisfied. I will have no issues whatsoever. Neither of us have seen Drive My Car. Ben, do you know what Drive My Car is about? I honestly
It's
don't.
based on a Haruki Murakami short story.
Okay.
So no, I don't know what it's about.
Oh, I thought you said that like you might know. I mean, you're the one who knows about like actual Japanese culture more than I do.
No, I know about Haruki Murakami. Haruki Murakami is known for like weird stories that,
So it should be fun.
but like he can also write pretty normal stuff, and I think this is one of his more normal stories.
Oh, sad. I like weird. The Oscars don't like weird though. The Academy doesn't like weird, and that's the
The
problem.
Academy does not like weird.
That's why Jojo Rabbit didn't win Best Picture. Although it was up against Parasite, it didn't have a chance. Dune. All right. Dune. We have talked a lot about Dune during the last 2 hours. We
A
really
lot.
have a lot. Dune is okay, in my opinion. However, it is so slow and so little happens, and all of it, and I mean all of it, is just set up for part 2. I cannot, in any sense of the word, approve of it being nominated for Best Picture. I think that is an idiotic, pointless decision. And I think with the next nominee that's coming right up, Warner Brothers should have really pushed for one over the other, because right now, I don't think either of these movies that Warner Brothers has put up has a fucking shot because they're both here. And I think that's problematic. And I think Dune really doesn't deserve to be here. It's poorly acted. It's very badly shot. The effects are okay. The sound design is okay. Most of it is just passable. Timothy Chalamet, is that how you pronounce his last name?
Chalamet, yes.
Chalamet. He puts in a better performance in 20 minutes of a segment in The French Dispatch, a random ass Wes Anderson movie, than he does in the entirety of Dune. Just, no. Dune, what are you doing here? You silly fucker. Now, neither of us have seen King Richard. I am more inclined to see it now that it's been nominated for an Academy Award. I hope that King Richard is good. I think I definitely underestimated it when it first came out, and I'm gonna give it an honest attempt next week when I have more time, just to sit down and really take it in. and I hope it's good. And clearly Will Smith is very proud of the movie. He is a producer on it. And I to him I say good luck. Good luck at these Academy Awards, sir. And we push it back to you for the next one.
Okay, next one. Licorice Pizza. There are parts of Licorice Pizza I do like. I do like the acting. I do like the whole vibe of it. I do like actually how it's got a very, very, very 70s feel to it. I do appreciate that. If we're gonna talk about short performances, I almost as a joke want Bradley Cooper to be nominated for Best Supporting Actor because the performance he gives, especially if you know about the person he's playing, is pitch perfect. However, I can't say it's best film of the year. I can't even say it's one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best films, honestly. It's because it does meander a fair amount in the middle where just nothing, where it's just sort of and then this happened, and then this happens. And it doesn't really feel like it has a point to it. So, yeah, I honestly cannot say in good conscience I'd nominate it. I'll leave it to you for Nightmare Alley.
Yeah, well, I guess you have to leave it to me for the last three. Nightmare Alley. I don't think we've touched upon Nightmare Alley really that much.
Not much, no.
Not really. It is a fascinatingly weird movie. If you know me, I love movies about con artists, about just tricking people out of money, out of valuables. I think that's really interesting storytelling. And Nightmare Alley is all about the con artistry of carnivals and psychics. And it handles that subject matter so brilliantly well and with such earnesty that it just feels so real. All the characters feel so very much alive in their world that even though it has a bit of an awkward ending point, it just seems like everyone's going to keep moving on regardless. If it's one of those movies where it just feels like the world keeps spinning even though everything horrible happens to these characters. This is absolutely my favorite performance by Bradley Cooper. This has an amazing performance from Cate Blanchett, and I'm very upset that both of them were not nominated for acting awards at this Academy Awards. It is, I would say, Guillermo del Toro's second darkest movie. It is an oppressive atmosphere. It is creepy. It is disturbing. It's amazing. There are twists in the plot that I did not see coming, and that's rare for me. Having not to brag, I watch a lot of fucking movies, and when you watch so many movies, you tend to just pick up on plot lines and where things will go relatively quickly. But here, I was second guessing myself every turn, and I love that experience. So Nightmare Alley was just a great time, and to see it in the theaters was so worth it. I'm absolutely thrilled to see it nominated as Best Picture, and much like if Don't Look Up or Belfast wins, I will be very happy. And it'd be nice to see Guillermo win for a movie that's actually genius, as opposed to Shape of Water, which is
a Guillermo del Toro film.
It is a Guillermo del Toro.
I remember watching this YouTube video.
I don't hate Shape of Water. I don't. It's good. I don't know why it won Best Picture though. Anyway,
there was this YouTube video I found where basically the thesis was Guillermo del Toro has made the same film 4 times in a row, basically at this point. Devil's Backbone, Pan's Labyrinth, Shape of Water, and to a little lesser extent, Crimson Peak, kind of have some of the same beats, kind of has similar motifs, kind of have similar characters, but he's very, 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 very good at making that same film over and over again.
Yeah. He's not Roland Emmerich. Anyone see Moonfall? No, just me? Okay.
Okay, let me rephrase that. He's very good at making the same film over and over again, and that film is pretty good on its own.
Yeah. I wasn't disagreeing with you. I thought I was accentuating your point, not contradicting it.
Anyway.
If I haven't made it clear by now, I do not think The Power of the Dog should have been nominated for basically anything it's been nominated for. Cinematography, sure. I'll take that. What else was it really nominated for that was really big? Oh yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch and Kirsten Dunst. I'll take that. Those performances I can very much accept. Basically everything else I disagree with. I think the film is a slog to get through. I think the film is missing important elements of its story. I think not enough happens in the movie to warrant it being a movie. Basically, two cowboys, they meet a woman. Her husband had died previously. She has a kid who you might call effeminate. Woo. The younger brother decides to marry her. The older brother doesn't like that, so he gets all pissy and then bonds with the son, and then he gets killed by anthrax. Sorry, but that's literally everything that happens in the movie. You've missed nothing. At no point did I think that the film was done particularly bad. It's all right. The problem is we're not talking about an all right thing here. We are talking about being nominated by the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences for Best Film of its year. What the fuck are they thinking? Who the fuck made this decision? Why are they still on the Academy? It just simply doesn't make sense. The film is not, it's not that it's flawed, it's missing entire pieces. It does not deserve to represent the best of cinema in 2021 when there are films that do so much more and are so much better and are so much more heartfelt and actually contribute to fucking society that were completely overlooked. I 100% disagree with The Power of the Dog being nominated for Best Picture, and if it wins, I don't know what I'll do, but I will not be happy. West Side Story is a remake. It is a remake of a movie that won Best Picture in 1961. The fact that it holds up is both impressive in terms of filmmaking from Mr. Spielberg and horrifying in terms of our own society. The fact that West Side Story is still relevant 60 years later is a little sad.
More little.
A lot, actually. That being said, as a remake, it is quite good. I think I made this point very clear earlier. There's only a couple of bits that it does actually better than the original. However, nothing is worse than the original. And that's what I think is key. It doesn't do anything particularly terrible. There's a lot of remakes out there that don't do anything better than the original and also do shit worse than the original. And that's why they're bad remakes. West Side Story is at least a good remake. Should it win Best Picture? I don't know. I don't really think so. Do I disagree with it being nominated, I don't really know. I think, considering everything it's been nominated for, I think it's being nominated as a bit of a joke, as a bit of like, hey, remember the original? It was also nominated for these things. Is it gonna win those things? I don't know. Or might. So, right now, of these 10 movies, of the 6 that I've seen, I'd have to say Nightmare Alley and Don't Look Up are my 2 picks. If either of those win, I will be extremely happy. I plan to see Licorice Pizza and King Richard next week, and I think I'll add in the comments if my opinion really changes, if either of those movies really open my eyes about, I don't know, fucking anything. Coda and Drive My Car, I will do my best to watch before the Academy Awards. When the fuck are the Academy Awards this year? March 27th, so we have a little over a month. So that's okay. Yeah, right now I would say Don't Look Up is probably my pick for Best Picture of this list. Close second being Nightmare Alley. Somewhat distant third being Belfast. And then everything else, I don't agree with it being nominated in the first place. What do you think, Ben?
Again, I've seen fewer films than you have, so I can't say for certain. Yeah, I honestly can't say for certain.
Well,
I'd have to see. Further research needed. That is my final consensus.
That's a consensus. Comment on this video because it's gonna be up as soon as we stop streaming. I'm gonna be commenting on it when I see those last 4 films, because I have time to see them. I'm definitely gonna do my best to see them. The only one I'm a little worried I'm not gonna get the chance to see is Drive My Car. I'm a little worried I'm not gonna be able to see it.
Yeah, same.
Because its viewership is very difficult to find, and it's not streaming on anything. Like, I can't even rent it on, like, say, YouTube or Amazon. I'm hoping I get a chance to see it, because I would love to see all 10 of them. I like to be able to say I saw every film that was nominated for Best Picture in a given year. Now we're just meandering around. So this is also where I'd like to make an announcement, and this is a big announcement for you too, Ben Hymeen. If you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. The 94th Academy Awards on March 27th, 2022. That is a Sunday. This channel will be streaming for the entirety of the Academy Awards, giving live commentary as the awards happen. You heard it here, folks. First, we will be streaming for a good 4 hours on March 27th, and I'm hoping there will be guests. Ben, would you be in on that?
Tentatively, yes. Let's see how it goes.
Dan has also given me a tentative yes. I'm gonna say it's gonna be an open door policy. I'll keep my Discord server open. People can hop in as they like. I will be watching it, but we will not be. We obviously will not be streaming the Academy Awards because that will get taken down. But I will be watching it, and I will be giving my opinion on the show as it goes along, and hopefully be more entertaining to some people out there than the show itself, because I can understand why no one wants to watch the Oscars. Yes. Well, we've been going for quite a while now. I think we're all tired. I certainly am.
I certainly am.
I haven't eaten dinner. I gotta eat something. Clearly there's no one left. No one left for our big announcement. I'm gonna leave it in the description in case anyone stopped by. But to everyone who stopped by the stream, thank you very much for coming by. I hope to put up some more content in 2022. I know I've been away for a while. I'll come up with something to do. Streaming again has been fun. I want to stream some Civilization, but my computer is a potato and it can't handle playing Civ and streaming at the same time. So I'm looking in on getting a PC. So we'll see how that goes, eh? In the meantime, this I'm John.
I'm Ben.
Some people call me Hydra. I'm gonna go eat something and go to bed. I hope you all enjoyed. Go watch some good movies, people.
Watch Green Knight.
I think I cut it off right before you said that.